Hey, y'all. Happy Sunday snow day to, most of us, I imagine. And welcome to the Really Shady Recap and Review panel, okay? I'm your girl, Treese. And of course, we got the lovely, I love that lipstick, okay? We got the
Thank
lovely
you.
TV with us, okay? And y'all, we here to go ahead and close out this season of Ready to Love Detroit. This is the finale, y'all. The finale. What did y'all think about it? Really, V Space says it all. Hey Quake, hey Chuck, thank you guys so much
I'm
for.
confused. I still don't even know who chose who at this point. They drug that. They drug it out. It was just I don't even know anymore.
So you know what was so funny?
I'm listening. I'm listening.
I was up like late last night watching it, right? And I was sitting there getting pictures, and I just stopped at like by the time they got to like choosing each other, because I was like, oh, this don't make no sense. I was like, I'll come back and get it in the morning. I was like, I'm just
Right.
done.
It was like, huh?
But yeah, Chuck said, I hope everyone is safe and warm. Let me start early by saying yay to Ashanti and Vince. Slash Donna, Ashley, you in danger, girl. Bella, Dom is a player. I finally figured her ass out when we met Dom's parents. Her mother is tired of her, and her daddy is one of those fire and brimstone preachers. Dom picked Bellows to get on her daddy's nerves. Woo! Okay, you came in hot, Chuck. I love it. Hey, Kenya, how you
We
doing?
also found out that Dom is a liar.
Well, that part. Chuck said, okay, y'all talking to each other. So yeah, y'all, as y'all coming in, if you haven't already, please go ahead, do us a favor, hit that like button. And if you're liking the vibe, but you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. Okay. Hey, Chef Don, how you doing, boo?
What up, Don Dombo?
What Miss Terica, hey, happy Sunday, happy snow day.
Somebody said what lie? She told when they went on the date with the friends with Bello and Lauren. Remember, she was telling Lauren, "Oh, Bello knows my parents. He talks to them all the time. He's FaceTime with them. Them parents don't act like they know that man. They didn't know he was a Muslim. How they talk to him all the time, and you ain't mentioned that he was a Muslim. They act like they didn't know that man.
Okay, so I'm gonna play advocate on this one. I felt the same way. However, I think what happened was they did talk to him before and probably had like little small talk on FaceTime, because I don't really think that's a conversation you get into over FaceTime. You know what I mean?
Well, the religion thing I can let go, because you're right. I mean, that's not casual. I mean, it is, but it isn't. I mean, for somebody that's a pastor and you're interested in dating my child, I can see that being a question. However, I feel like she made it seem like they've bantered, they've talked. She made it seem like, and I know she was just trying to rub it into Lauren, but girl, you was lying, because when you sat down, it was like, so before he gets here, I need to tell you, and da 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 da. I'm not saying that they never had. I'm not saying that you were probably over your parents' house and he called you and you were like, say hi to my mom. I'm over my mom and dad's house, and he probably said hi and they said hi back. But I don't think it went no deeper than that. And she gave the impression that Bellows met my parents and they FaceTime all the time and blah blah blah. Girl, you put 20 on 10. You put 20 on 10.
Yes, she did. Hey, Tawanda, welcome. She said, I'm doing some stretching. Okay, get it, girl. Hey, Ray Bean, how you doing?
What up, Ray Bean?
Hey, Nubian. Brandon, how you doing? Look, what's the scale? It's 1 to, Ray Bean, it's 1 to 10. 1 to 10. What would you give this finale? Hey, Outspoken, how you doing, boo? Oh, look, Chuck said, I watched it this morning. He said, I won't stand up. Miss Eda, hey. Happy Sunday, everyone. At this point, I'm looking forward to the reunion because I don't believe that any of them are together. I absolutely agree.
Well, they should have never been together to begin with. So
that's that part. And then I don't know if you guys saw it, and we'll get into it as we get into the recap. But apparently, and shout out to Kamisha, apparently Lauren has been putting people, at least Dom, on blast online now that the show is over, and basically talking about how she's a mean girl and she was bullying and all this.
Remember, she said that when she did her interview with Chloe. So yeah, she's been definitely putting it out there.
Hey, Sweet Pea, how you doing?
I don't understand why y'all women, and when I say y'all women, I know I'm a woman, but I'm saying in general, I don't understand why y'all women do this. Every season, it's a clique of women that are just mean girls, and I just don't understand why y'all are doing that to each other.
Hey,
Thank
Joe.
you, Chuck.
Who is Dominique? Who is Dominique styling? Strippers or streetwalkers? You are terrible, Miss Eda. Right. Shout out to Ashante for being the smartest person in the finale. Absolutely. Ashante is the MVP. Okay, so y'all all
Baby, when Ashanti said, I felt like I was just a placeholder for both of y'all, I said,
I know.
yes!
Yes, I did. I did. Okay. Chuck said Lauren better bring up Dom's lie at the reunion. Okay. Okay, Ravine gave us a rating. She said it's a 4. It's a 4. All right. Oh, thank you so much, Chuck. I appreciate you. All right, y'all. Well, let me go ahead. I'm gonna run this intro and then we're gonna go ahead and get into this finale of Friends, because that's exactly what it was. So let's get into it. Let's get shady, y'all.
Like drip on the skyline pain. Shade in the city, true hits like a banger. I said it, I meant it, no need for disclaimers. Haters right away, but they just false claimers. Concrete beats are heavy like cinder. Looking for one, but the streets feel winter. No filters, no edits, I'm raw with my splinters. My life a movie, they watching the trailer. I'm not gonna hold you. Shade in the city, the life in the mold. You like and subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. This is my word, I just let you inside. City, I'm not gonna hold you. Shade in the city, my words gon' console you. Like and subscribe if you're feeling the vibe.
Right, y'all. Let me go ahead and put us in our respective corners so we can get into this thing. All right. So we start off,
I'm loving
Tommy.
these pictures, Trees. Yes, girl.
Well,
Yes.
thank you. Putting in a little overtime, working day and night. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so now y'all, they have their last final brunch. We all know this is what they normally do, every finale. And I mean, they're all happy to be together. Obviously, we know it's uneven, because we have one more girl than we have a guy. And really, again, it's a group of friends. I mean, and Ashley says she's unsure if she gonna leave with a boyfriend or not. And I was like, at this point, you shouldn't want to. And what I thought was weird is that they're still not in a good place at this point. And I don't know. I understand that people go through things, but and I understand this is not like, oh, you getting engaged or something like that, but there's no way if we've been arguing up until decision day that on decision day I'm still going to walk away with you. Especially as hesitant as she was. But anyway, let me not jump ahead. So we know Ashanti got her 2 connections, Darius and Bello. We know who Bello's connections are. And she said, well, but her connection is growing with Darius. And and she knows it's because him and Ashley aren't on good terms. And I was like, yeah, I wouldn't want to be nobody's rebound joint either. So then Tommy comes out, tell him, the mission or the assignment this week, they got to introduce, the ladies have to introduce the men to their families. Woohoo. And then he's like, yeah. And then at the end of the week, y'all be deciding if y'all ready to love. Okay. That's what had happened. So then the question comes up about, and maybe you can help me really, because I got really confused at this part. So the question comes up about, if you could do this experience again, would you? And this was posed to Darius. Darius says no, like flat out no. And so Vince then takes the opportunity to be like, no, you didn't hear the question. Da-da-da. He must not have heard the question. And he keeps trying to reiterate it. And Darius was like, no, Nick, I heard the question. And my answer is still no. Did I watch that and did I view that properly?
So yes and no. So when Vince asked the question, Darius was like, no. But then as Darius explained, what he was explaining was he wouldn't do it again, or he would do it differently. And that's when Vince was like, okay, so the question was, would you do the experience again? Now you're saying you would do it again, but you would change up some things. You wouldn't do it the same. So to be fair, he didn't answer the question correctly. However, Vince, you were doing a lot. You were being an ass.
Yes.
You were being an ass.
Don't get me wrong. I'm with you. That's another thing. That's why I was like, did I read this wrong? Because I was like, he's just, Darius spends the whole episode just talking to be talking. Nothing's really coming out.
Yeah. And Vince does but I think that I honestly think that at this point, I think Vince and Darius don't F with each other. So I think I think the animosity is already. I don't think the animosity came as a result of this question. I think they already had some beef and it just came out because Vince was picked. Because you notice he didn't do that. At least they didn't show it. He didn't do that to anybody else. He was doing it to Darius. He was specifically picking at Darius because as the conversation moved around, he didn't do that with nobody else. So I feel like it's personal. I feel like the two of them might have something going on.
Well, I feel like. Do you think that maybe it carried over from last week in the men's lounge when that whole thing when Ashley ran back and told him whatever? Or
it might be. But I also think, you know, just like stuff gets back to us, those people live in that city. So maybe Vince knows some stuff.
Oh, okay. That's a very valid point.
But it's clear to me that Vince don't really F with Darius like that. And it looked like Darius ain't really rocking with. I just think that the two of them just ain't clicking for whatever reason. It might be because of the women, because of what Vince, you know, some of the women told him. It might be because Vince just, you know, some people just don't click.
Right. So then,
oh yeah, Darius was definitely pissed at Vince, but I don't think Vince was pissed at Darius. I think Vince was just effing with Darius, but why he was effing with him, I don't know. Because it was, to me, it was intentional. It was not. It was intentional. Vince, you went out of your way to mess with that man. It was intentional.
Now, and it was because I saw an interview that he did, a clip of an interview that he did the other day, and Vince, he, at least one thing I give him, he's very self-aware. He absolutely knows what he's doing when he does this. He knows, he even said, I'm an a-hole. I know that. And I do purposely say things and do things to get a rise out of people. He admitted it. He's like, but that's because
Vince, you were interviewing other people, you ain't interview with us. That's cool. That's cool.
I know, Vince. Right? I did think
that's cool, Vince.
Damn, Vince. Okay, I see you.
Vince, listen, I'm gonna go and tell it. Vince came into the DMs and came into the comments and was like, I really enjoy y'all reviews, yada yada yada. And so
bless you.
That's Vince trying to get me not tell the story. Thank you.
You stupid.
So we asked Vince, why don't he come over and do an interview? And he said he ain't doing interviews right now, but he would let us know.
Funny how money changes situation.
But who did he do the interview with? You know, that makes a difference. Who did he do the interview with?
I didn't even see the person he was interviewing.
Okay, because you know certain people they're contractual with
right.
Yeah.
So then they go into, so apparently, and that's why I was asking, do we think this spilled over from last episode? Because Vince brings up that I feel like, or he asked the group, is there anything that you learned about yourself from the lounges? Because clearly we've all been talking to each other. So is there anything that you've heard about yourself that you found surprising? And so Ashley was like, yeah, that I'm what was the word? She's a foodie call.
A dinner, something instead of a booty call.
She's a foodie call.
Foodie call. That's what it was. A foodie call.
And so she was like, and I ain't even gonna hold you. I am a foodie call. I am a foodie call. Okay. I am notorious. Please take me to dinner and please know that you are not getting nothing in return. But I'll go to dinner with you all day and make, small talk while I eat my steak. Okay. I'm just saying. So I wasn't even mad at Ashley, but apparently she got this information because Darius shared this with her. And so basically it was Vince trying to call Darius out. And I guess Darius spoke up because he felt like Vince was putting Ashley out. And so it was just a whole mess. It was just a whole mess. And so eventually they just decided to end the brunch because, people getting ignorant. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody said that Vince has a podcast. Oh, well, if it's his own podcast, then I can respect
it. Then maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what I saw. Brandon said, not the steak and lobster. Well, I usually don't do the lobster because my uncle warned me that's the other side of the menu. And people have expectations when you start ordering off that side of the menu. So I just stick to the, I stick to the T-bone, what is it? The strip, the New York strip. I don't go mess with the ribeyes and the porterhouse. And because,
Chuck said he is definitely a foodie call.
Right. Louisville's a foodie city. I am right. Whomever who calls and invites me out, I'm going and happy about it. Okay, Quake, you better tell somebody. Miss E said Vince is waiting to do interviews until after the reunion, probably, so that he can talk ish about everybody. Well, you're more than welcome to come over here and do it, Vince. Okay, please understand. Vince, tap, tap, tap. Get your ass over to Really Shady and spill your tea.
Okay.
Oh, you hear it? The people, y'all go ahead and manifest that for us, okay? Oh, hold up. Hold up. Is that you, Vince? Is that you?
Is that Vince?
Is that you, Vince? Hey, man.
Is that Vince? He said, first of all,
come on over.
He said, I don't talk shit. You a don't talk shit lie. You are a don't talk shit lie.
Ooh. He said, I don't talk shit.
You a don't talk shit lie. Sir. Sir.
Look, not you watching in the bushes, Vince. Boy, come on over here. Drop in the inbox. Let me know when you ready to talk.
Yeah, you let us know when you're ready. We would love, because listen, if you've been watching our reviews, you know I've been on the Vince train. I've been defending you. Now this one.
Yes, she has.
Now on this one, you was straight up poking at Darius, but I think you just don't like him. That's my opinion. I think you just don't like that Negro. But anyway.
Right. And then and Chuck, I would, and it's up to you, Vince. I'll drop the link if you want to come up. But I'm sure you probably can't say anything until after the reunion.
Yeah, we want to wait till after the reunion when you can give it all to us.
Right. But if you want to come up, you're more than welcome. Because I was
tripping, you're right.
But that's I can get. He's very self-aware.
You know what I love about that? He didn't say, nah, they edited wrong. See, right. They didn't show you. See, I love it. I can respect it. We know that editing plays with y'all, but I can respect that you were like, nah, I was tripping. Right. I can respect that.
I don't like Darius either. Well,
there's a whole lot of us that, are not on the Darius train. I just don't understand why the hell he keep wearing them dead animals around his neck. It's not, I don't.
And it's bad when people are like, what animal is that today?
Like the fur collar, I get the fur collar, but the ones with the head and the feet, I don't understand that.
I'm not trying to make a generalization. That's why I'm posing the question. For all my Detroit people, if you're in the chat or you frequent, got family, is that a thing in Detroit? Because I feel like when we did Love and Marriage Detroit, I feel like they did do the fur collars a lot.
Fur is definitely a thing in Detroit because it's cold as fuck. It's definitely fur is definitely a thing. Like I know people in Detroit, and I mean they had fur coats when they were, like it wasn't a thing. But the head and the tail and the feet,
yeah,
is that a thing? And if that's a thing, I don't want it.
Right. I don't want it. I don't want it.
I don't want it.
Right.
The Beijing, the word salad, and the pimp vibes are all red flags. Well, let me say this. The Beijing is not, listen, men are doing Beijing more and more. It's a thing. Just like women with the weaves, the Beijing is becoming a thing for the men. I told y'all about my homegirl that went on a date with this guy and went in for the kiss. And when she got in the car, she had black stuff on her face. And it took her a minute to figure out where it came from. She was, and this was like 2 years ago. This might even been longer. This was about 2 or 3 years ago. And I was like, what? And it was just a good night kiss. Can you imagine if they had actually gone home and, it was just a good night kiss? I was like, what did they do? And I told you, I saw Darius. And they had none of this. He had his head covered up, but the fake,
Nubian said, if a man showed up on a date with a fur, I couldn't continue. I respect it. Vince said, I never owned one, but I'm cheap. So, well, at least you honest. What was that fake Gator roadkill mess Darius wore? That's what it was for me. I was like, what are we doing? And look, Shindy said they're wearing taxidermy. I thank you. That was the word that I was looking for. I was like, what's the one where they put
not but all my hair is real.
Oh, my hair is real, Vince.
I'm not fucking with Vince today.
I can't. We really do need you to come interview him. We really do. Because I have a feeling we're gonna have a good time. Ravine said they wear furs in NYC also. No, I know that, Ravine, but I don't know. It seems like Detroit is a little over the top with it. I absolutely know they do it in New York, but it seems like they're just, again, when they got hands and feet and noses and the eyes are still in the thing and it's looking at
I can respect the fur because, like I said, it'd be cold as hell. I can respect the fur. It's like I said, it's the head. I just never seen that like that. Not like where it's interchangeable. Like, never mind, whatever. Darius, baby, do you just
Don't you? Chuck said, "Madam Fraudulence is the queen of the Beijing." I can't.
Not Madam Fraudulence.
Hey, Lock Queen, welcome. Hey, Quay, how you doing, babe? See, hair being real is it. Just do a baldy. I can't with you.
Right, like let it go.
Let it go. Right. All right, y'all. So let's move on. First we get into whose date was it? Was it Ashley's date? Or no, it was Dominique's. I'm all over the place. It was Dominique's date. Okay, so Dominique is introducing Bello to her parents, of course. And she got a pastor father, a mama, seemed like a nice lady. They've been married for 48 years, and so she really appreciates their feedback, or at least she says so. But then that changes once she don't like the feedback that they give.
Yeah, because in the beginning it was all my parents, and I can't wait to hear what they have to say. And then by the end, I'm grown. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Yeah, because they didn't say what you wanted to hear.
That part.
Don't ask me for my opinion if you don't want it. I mean that. Don't call me. Don't now, listen. You better pretend like you appreciated my opinion, and then you can get off the phone. Don't call me, ask me for my opinion, and then tell me, well, I don't care what you got to say. Well, then what the Now, Teresa called me and want my opinion. She might not agree, but she don't say it out loud.
Look, I'm telling you if I don't agree, and we just agree to disagree. That's the difference. We don't harp on it and be mad about it. It just be like, oh, right. Girl, you know what I mean? We just move on. But I respect your opinion. That's why I ask you.
And that's the thing. Like, I mean, we get it. At the end of the day, you are grown. And at the end of the day, you're going to make your own decision. But like I said at the beginning of this, I can't respect none of this because you lied. In my opinion, you lied when you were trying to get Lauren off your back and made it seem like Dom was in with your family already and they already had this close bond because that's what you were trying to do. And now we find out that it ain't what you pretended it was. And because your parents didn't respond the way you wanted it, you know what?
Quay is wrong. I'm sorry. I have to read this comment. Quay said that fur Darius wore looked like a German Shepherd with black scabs.
I can't stand y'all. I cannot stand y'all. Y'all
are worse than us. Y'all know that, right? All y'all do is add fuel to the fire. We don't even be that bad. And then y'all come up here and make shit worse. I am literally crying. Auntie Eva, hey, boo. I see you come in the room. Beijing messes up your pillowcases. Y'all leave that man's Beijing alone.
That's why he had Nicole buying him new sheets all the time.
I cannot. Oh, no. Girl, why you say that girl name? She gonna pop
I know, up. Right? She gonna fall out the
right. She gonna pop up. Same way Vince came out the bushes. Don't come say that lady name. Didn't you already have issues with her?
Listen. She watching. Hey, Nicole.
Okay, don't give her a reason to come over here. Miss Edith said, "Excuse me, y'all. I am originally from Cleveland, Ohio, and I saw the head, feet, an older woman wearing full-length fur coats." Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Letting us know. Dom should have listened to her parents based on the reunion preview, that part. But honestly, even when you talk to him, his responses gave kind of scammer. Did nobody else get that?
Well, not only that, but when was it Dom's parents or was it what's the face's parents?
It was Ashanti's
parents asked him, well, what do you see your future? And he started talking about a real estate development. He didn't say nothing about her. Am I missing it? Didn't he start talking about a real estate deal?
Yeah.
And he wants to build a black community.
He said nothing about her. Yeah, he said nothing about her.
And I mean, yeah.
Yeah. That's why, and I understand why her parents weren't impressed. Like, really, I asked you about how you feel about my daughter, and you started talking about real estate. How is that connected? Ravine said, Nicole better stay away. We will get her again, and again. Okay. Ravine said, we ain't got time to play, okay? We'll go.
Baby, the tribe don't play about me. They was over there on that lady Facebook. They was tearing her Facebook comments up, child.
Right, Quake. He was talking about his business, and that's his focus. I think he was trying to impress them. That part.
But the other thing, and I know I'm jumping ahead again.
No,
the other thing that would have turned me off. Oh, shit, I dropped my phone. The other thing that would have turned me off if I were her family was when they brought up the child, and the mother was like, "You have a 1-year-old." And you felt like you were ready for this process. And his response was, well, 14 months. And I mean, they're 8 months before that. So we're really talking about 2 years. So basically what you're saying is, and we all know that he said it was a one-night stand, but now you're telling your mom You know what I'm saying? You're telling, hey, what's up, another round? Hey, boo.
Hey.
Now you're telling your mom that it was a one night stand and that you really don't like. I don't know. That just didn't, because it sounds once again, instead of saying, well, that relationship was, has is over. I have moved
think that's
on.
what he didn't want to say. I think because I think she was trying to get to that, and I think he was trying to not say, "Oh, well, I don't really know the girl. It was a one night."
But that's what I'm saying. But it was a way he could have said it without saying, "I don't know that hoe." I mean, he could have been like, he could have just been like, well, that relationship dissolved. Unfortunately, it dissolved before the child got here. So it's really been closer to 2 years, and I have moved past that, and I'm just trying to be a good parent. You know what I mean? I want to be actively in my child's life, which you're really not actively in your child's life because you've only seen that child 3 times in 2 years. And I know you ain't know at first, but once you found out, your ass should have been on a flight every weekend. Now that's just me.
Okay. Quake said the child is a huge issue. That part. C. Golden said, I feel that he wasn't really trying to impress them. He didn't care. Well, I mean, I saw the same thing. Another round said it sounded dumb. Okay. Ravi said, yes, him not seeing his child is a whole mess. Right. But of course, Dom never brings that up, mentions that. And I don't think her parents know that, because that probably would have been something that made them feel away as well. Right. But really the issue is her daddy don't sit well. Let me set this up for y'all, for those that did not watch, because I know some of y'all don't watch this at all. So basically, before Bello gets there, she lets her parents know, hey, he's Muslim, okay? And this, of course, takes her parents aback, especially her father, who's a preacher. So he's just like, oh, I didn't know that. And that's what made me think he did talk to him before, but he didn't get that information, because that would have quickly turned. Because you see how quickly he switched?
You freezing up, Treese.
Oh. Am I back?
I can hear you, but your face froze up.
Oh, no. Don't do that. Well, let's not get frozen like that. But yeah, so my whole thing is that, hopefully the power ain't getting ready to mess up. But anyway, so yeah, so basically the whole thing is her dad was very turned off once he realized Bello was a Muslim. And I mean, I can't be mad. He feels how he feels, and he's standing in his convictions. Really, B, your thoughts?
Again, I'm gonna say this. If it were, I guess if my father was a pastor, then I think it's a big deal that I'm dating a man that's Muslim. That's a very fun. We're not talking about Baptist Catholic. We're talking about, we believe in 2 different, prophets. You know what I'm saying? And it's a fundamental issue in the religion. And so she had to know that her father was going to have an issue. So to spring it on him 5 minutes before y'all have this face-to-face meeting, again, somebody in the chat said, I think she wanted the drama. It does sound like she wanted the drama, because you had to know, like me telling my dad I'm dating a Muslim, he'd be like, all right then. Because my dad, yes, he goes to church, he's active in church, but that ain't his life's mission. That, like, he don't get up every morning and preach to people. So I just think, I don't know.
I hear you. I don't know either, but
another round, knock on wood, I'm good. It's still snowing up here. As long as the power don't go out, I'm good. Knock on wood. I got food and I'm good.
Yeah, another round, same here. I already got my recipes. I'm making a Caribbean stew. It's a Jamaican stew. Well, I'm not making it. My boo's making it. Put it over some risotto. It sounds nice, warm, and just, I'm excited about it. I got my games lined up, and I'm just praying I don't lose power.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my grades. I got work to do for work, and that's it.
Oh, damn.
Grades to do tomorrow.
Look, it was so funny. My boss emailed me this morning, and he was like, I'm doing your performance review so I don't have to shovel snow. And I said, oh, well, go ahead. Do what you do, brother. And usually I don't respond to emails on the weekend. But I said, oh, I'm going to respond to this one, because I need you to go ahead and push that through, brother.
What up, DeMarcus? Right, my father loves Bello. Right, that's what thank you, C. Golden. Like, she was really trying to turn it into something. But yeah, I just feel like, I don't feel like they're wrong for having reservations. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
And again, aside from them not knowing about his religion or his faith, they also don't know about the kid, or at least they have not brought that up.
And we can't discount her past. And I'm not shaming nobody, but we can't discount that she's had high profile relationships and drama and stuff like that. So we can't discount that her parents are probably side-eyeing the whole situation from that perspective too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Brandon, what you mean they don't know in New York? How many inches y'all got? I mean, I know y'all still move and do things, but I would think that y'all have enough inches that they would have already
I
called you.
don't know if my school, I don't know if my district has made the announcement yet either, but it don't matter. I'm not going nowhere tomorrow. They can do what they want to do. I'm not going nowhere tomorrow.
Look, I'm that person. Even if my job said, girl, you come to, I'm not risking my life to go. So if that means I need to get another job, then that's what that means. Oh, damn, Brandon.
Maybe I did that one time. I told you, I don't know if I've told y'all that story, but my first year, it was my first year teaching and we had snow. And I called myself being a good soldier. I packed up, I cleaned my car off, bundled up, did all the things, drove to work, damn near slid into the I was over there, LaFont Plaza, damn near slid into the pole, pulled into the parking lot. And just as I was pulling into the parking lot, the radio was announcing DC public schools closed. I said, I will never do this again. I will never. I said, because y'all don't give a damn about because then I had to drive back home.
Right.
And it took me like 3 hours to get home at that point. I said, I will never do this again.
Mm-hmm. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Okay. It's not worth your life, people. Be safe out there. All right. Let's move on. Now we get into, I actually did enjoy this one because basically Darius was playing in Ashley and her brother face. Okay. So we get to Ashley's date and with her, Darius, and I did not get her brother's name. But the brother ain't feeling Darius. He could see right through his bull. And literally this whole time, he keeps talking about communication. And he's like, well, what do you like about my sister? Or what do you feel she needs to work on? Communication and the communication of it all. And I said, if I hear that damn word one more time.
Darius full of shit.
Hey, GC Chair. Cheers to you too. I hope you got the right glass. Happy Sunday.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you, boo.
Oh, I told her that yesterday, Kim. I absolutely agree. Her bob is absolutely bobbing. Look real good, all voluptuous and voluminous and all. Hey, DeMarcus, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Did y'all see Breathe Again? I didn't know it came on last night, DeMarcus. I would definitely like to hear y'all opinions on the show. Well, maybe because I'm just chilling today. Even though I still got a lot of stuff to make up. But if I get a chance and an opportunity, I definitely will probably try to go watch that because I did want to go see it. I can't guarantee you I'll give you a whole recap, but I'll hit you in the DMs, DeMarcus, and let you know what I thought. So what did you think about this whole thing with Darius?
Child, Darius full of shit. I mean, I feel like the brother already walked in with an attitude because of whatever Ashley done already told him. Again, I think they just trying to make it to the end. I don't think Ashley I don't feel like she's interested in him anymore. And I think he's interested, but not, I think he thinks she's young and he can manipulate her. And that's what it is, in my opinion. I don't think this is any sort of love match or whatever.
I agree. Production should have given us a communication countdown. You stupid child. Look, Dom should not have those tats, or she should have had those tats covered up by now. Her big age. Oh, be nice. Once you get your name, when you get the name tatted,
that's why y'all gotta be careful putting these people's names on your body. I remember my cousin told his mama, she said, "You gonna get a tattoo of me?" He said, He said, "I ain't putting nobody's name on my body." Because again, like,
hey, Miss French Kiss, welcome.
I don't think there's a bone. Again, I don't know this to be a fact, but what I was told in the past by people who were on the show in the past, there's no bone there. Wait a minute, let me not say there's no bonus. I think there is an incentive, but it's not major. It's not like, again, all of these people are still going to their 9 to 5. So whatever the bonus is, it is not like life changing. It might be a few extra, steak and lobster dinners. It's not life changing. They get a per diem for how many episodes that they're on. So, of course, if you're on more episodes, you get more money. But I don't think it's any major windfall. I think it's just for bragging rights. Now, again, I've said this before, and I'll continue to say it. I do think there should be a prize at the end, even if it's just like an all-expense paid trip to the Sandals Resort in the Bahamas for 3 days and 4 nights or something like that. I do think there should be something. But from my understanding, no. There may be a little bit of like a little bonus, but again, it's like your bonus on the job, child.
That's what
I can say that because some people bonuses are real nice. Let me not say that, but it's like a little bonus. I don't think, again, everybody that we know that has been on this show still got their 9 to 5. Ain't nobody walked away from this show and been able to, you know.
Congrats, Chuck.
What
I know
Chuck
you,
said?
he said he got the alert.
Well, Chuck kicked them legs up, honey. Pour you a nice little totty and kick them legs, them long legs up. Chuck got some old long, pretty legs, honey.
When we need her with the drinks. Okay, where is Tracy?
Right.
Speaking of that, we'll talk backstage. Is she still coming? We'll talk backstage when we get off. Because I can understand if she didn't because of weather. Auntie Kimmy Kim said now she's dragging him, talking about the car he loaned her was a 1998 Lincoln. Oh, she was bragging about it at the time. No, sure was. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't hear it. Now I did see something. Auntie
Wait,
Kim.
what happened? I missed something.
What?
She said dragging who about what?
Ashley's dragging Darius about the car that he loaned her and saying it was a 1998 Lincoln. Even though she was like, remember, my car is in the shop and he's let me drive his car. Remember, she was like acting like that was a flex.
Oh, I might have tuned that part out. I don't remember that.
Yeah, no, and because she said in the ladies' lounge, basically like, yeah, bitches, like, but again, now that I guess things didn't work out, she's up there talking junk.
See, that's the stuff y'all know how I feel about that kind of stuff. I don't respect it.
Right. And because even this particular clip, she had posted on her page, and in the caption, she had said something. And I was like, and I could clearly tell, I was like, okay, y'all clearly not together no more. You don't.
I mean, my thing is, you know, here's what I'm saying, and this is what I don't respect. If you, at the time, clearly you needed his help, because if you didn't need his help, you would have accepted, you would have either done it yourself or you had other options. So you took that 1998 Lincoln, and at the time you was cool with it. So I don't respect and it was just that 19. Well, you drove that 98 Lincoln. Because if your car was in the shop, then clearly your car you don't have the type of car where you get loaners.
Oh,
I'm just saying, when I take my car to the shop, I get a loaner. Well, I'm not even saying that as a flex. I'm just saying, clearly you needed his help at the time, and he gave it.
Another round said, ain't no future in your fronting. Okay.
Right. Now all of a sudden, it wasn't all of that. Now, granted, no, it's not an exotic car, but you knew it wasn't an exotic car when you was bragging.
Right. Brandon said it had 4 working wheels while you didn't have one.
Exactly.
Well, look, she said that's not exotic.
Because what was her car in the shop for? What did she need? What was the one?
Oh, she never said. She never said.
Okay.
Ravi says, see, Ashley, don't go crazy on Mad Day. Right, that part. Hey, Jaguar, how you doing, boo? But anyway, y'all, so let's move over. I actually did, even some of y'all may disagree, but I actually appreciated this scene with Donna and her brother and her cousin, I believe it was.
I love this moment. I love this scene.
Devin and Carrie. So she's explaining her task to them.
And she can tell that's her brother. Lord, they look alike.
Right. And so she wrote out her goals at the top of the year. And love was one of her goals for the first time. So she said, you know, she has this timeline. And in the midst of this conversation, of course, Vince walks in. And so Vince, you know, or was it the cousin or the brother? But they ask him what he's passionate about, and he says health and fitness, especially playing basketball. And, you know, he likes to talk junk, which we know Vince clearly likes to talk junk. And he was like, you know, most people would think you would never speak to me again, but, you know, we all cool. It's all love once the game is over. And so Vince does. Now, I will say, I mean, yes, you can be about health and fitness, but that also was a question. I think they accepted it, but I wish they would have been like, we're talking about what are you passionate about as far as it pertains to Donna. You know what I mean? Or like, what do you like? And so they let it slide, but I wouldn't have. I would have dug deeper and been like, okay, that's great now, but we're talking about in reference to Donna. But okay, you know, I'm gonna give it. It's a male thing, right? So hold on, reading through my notes. So Vince brings up Donna's timeline and how that's an issue for them. And one of the cousins agreed that, you know, it kind of depends on what transpires. Oh no. So the brother was like, well, yeah, you just got to let it, you know, whatever happen. Whereas the cousin was like, oh, hell no. Nah. Yeah, you need to have some type of timeline because you're not going to sit and play on my top. It could be 10 years. It could be, no. So you need to have a set boundary that, yeah, I'm not going past this. And I can agree with that. However, I do think that they should probably try to date first before she sets that. Like Really B said. And that actually got a lot of views when I made that short about setting timelines before you're even in a relationship. People love that joint.
Because I think that's crazy. And it's just me. But y'all know I'm old and I got a different perspective on all of this shit. I don't have a problem with people who have timelines. And I don't even have a problem with you saying these are my standards and I'm not, and this are non-negotiable. The problem I have is you're setting a timeline before you even have somebody in that position.
Okay.
I mean, I have friends who met. I have a friend, her and her husband. The first night they met, they hooked up and they've been together ever since. And they've been together 30 years. You know, so then I have other friends who they dated 4 or 5 years and then they finally got married. Like there's no timeline, but I think it's all about the vibe of who you meet and when you meet them and in that moment. And I feel like Donna, taking Vince out of the equation, I feel like you may turn a lot of potentially great situations off by saying, I want to be married by the end of the year. That's like a whoa Nelly. But if you take the pressure off and get to know each other and go through the process of dating, you might, because here's the thing, when you put a timeline there and you say, I don't really care who's in that position, that's just where I want to be, you might be putting yourself in a position to be marrying the wrong person.
That part. Just and that's what I think you should know. Like,
right, just to fulfill that goal.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I absolutely agree. Another round said, apparently the men aren't the only one. That's some scammers. Hey, lovely 31. How you doing? Auntie said, I commented that it was good enough for you to brag about. You could have rented your own car. That part.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm with you, Raven. I do not think Vince is an asshole. Maybe because Vince reminds me a lot of myself as far as like the type of conversations, because he has been very clear about who he is and his intentions, you know, and he's like, and I'm not going to change that to fit a mold for somebody else. Now, again, Donna, you have to decide, is that good enough for you? But you got to respect that he is not changing. Okay. He has kids. So kids is about, he said, look, I'm open to having kids. I don't think that's a bad thing for somebody to say. Because I was always that person. I never wanted kids. But right. I always said, if I met somebody, I fell in love and he wanted kids, all right, fine. I let him knock me up. But I was never one of those people that was like, I gotta have kids and I'm gonna have children no matter what. I was never that person, but I was open to having kids if I was married and if he wanted children. You understand? So like, right. I don't think it's a bad thing for him to say, look, I got my kids, but I'm open to dating a woman who doesn't have kids because I'm open to having more. I don't think that's a bad thing. When he says, look, I'm not going to lock myself into a timeline of saying I have to be married by a certain time. He never said he was opposed to getting married. He said he wasn't going to set no timeline.
Right.
He never said he was opposed to it. Yes. I do too. I actually like Donna and Vince together too. I don't know if they make it. I don't think none of them make it. But I don't have an issue with Donna and Vince. But I do feel like Donna was doing a lot of adjusting that Vince wasn't asking her to do.
Now, I will say this, Vince, if you still in the bushes listening, I do want to hear what happened. If y'all didn't work out, I would love to hear your side and your version of what happened and why it didn't work out, because I'm sure it's very close to what Really B said. Yes, that short little suit she had was cute, okay?
It was cute because at first I thought it was a skirt and I was like, that is too short. And then when I realized, I was like, oh, that is cute. It's very Chanel inspired and it's cute. I think it's really cute. Vince said Donna is amazing, so that's good. Even if it didn't work out, they're on good terms. Good.
Oh, that's very sweet, Vince. Thank you.
I have liked Donna and Vince from the beginning. I felt like these last 2 episodes, though, like the episode with her in the shorts was just crazy. I was like, girl, stop, just stop. But I can respect that she's set her boundaries and he has set his boundaries, but I also respect that they are trying to figure it out. Like, I don't know. I just think that something Vince said, and I'm not saying this just because you hear Vince, you've been watching my reviews, so you know I've been saying this, but something he said a couple of weeks ago was like, being ready to love doesn't mean being ready to marry. And I can respect that because it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm ready to love, but I don't want to marry no damn body.
Another round said Donna want a plug and play relationship. Whoop.
I don't know if I see a plug and play. I hear you though. I hear you though.
Okay, this is what Ray, you were talking about. Ravine says she don't think Vince is assholes. He's just honest. And
Yeah, I don't
honestly,
think he's an
Ravine,
asshole.
I'm the same way. I prefer, and people can see that as assholish, but I prefer a man that's honest with me because at least I know what I'm getting from you.
Now
Versus,
to be right now, to be fair, people do think I'm an asshole. I don't think I'm an
I was gonna say I sometimes think I'm an ass, right?
I just think that I'm honest, and sometimes I don't have a filter. So sometimes what I'm thinking, it comes out before I think about it, and sometimes I'll be like, shit, I ain't need to say that out loud. I do have that issue.
I had a man showing me the engagement ring he wanted the day after he bought me Chinese takeout. There was
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Oh,
Absolutely not.
I can't.
No. Now,
Look,
Chuck said something interesting. Chuck said he would do a LGBTQ version.
I saw
of
that
this.
comment.
I think that would be a great idea. Chuck, you need to send on an email. I think an LGBTQ version of this would be a great idea.
I didn't want to say it because I don't watch it, but I assumed that was kind of. I thought that was like the premise of the Chasing show. Is it not? It's not like a dating show for the LGBT. Again, I've never watched it, so if I
What show is that?
The Chasing show.
It's not dating, no. It's an LGBTQ, okay. But it's not a dating show, no. They be dating, no. They be doing other stuff, but no.
Oh, okay. Jaguar said, I disagree, Treese. The relationship will always feel forced. Donna is going to keep checking the clock and saying it's been this long and we need to be doing X. Vince's personality isn't going to let that fly. Ooh, okay, Jaguar. Nah, he is. He's committed to being one. Committed to being, you mean being a butthole?
Being an asshole?
Being an asshole. Elite Leo, hey, Vince is definitely an ass. Oh, y'all going in on Vince. Y'all know he in the bushes. There's a way to be honest without being an asshole. His honesty comes with no compassion or empathy.
But that's what I'm saying. I can do that as well. So I have my moments.
Right. I'm not talking about his timeline. That's not what makes him an a-hole. Donna is betraying herself on this one. Okay. Auntie Eva said, right, the timeline for marriage when you're not in a relationship yet is putting the cart before the horse. I don't have a problem with Vince either. He's been real, in my opinion. There we go. Okay, so I think we got a nice balance. He also never said he will marry again. Okay.
Right.
Okay, another round. And look, here go Vince. He said Donna was amazing. Yeah, good to hear. Good for you to say, Vince. Right. And don't talk about her shorts. Only I can do that.
I'm gonna talk about them shorts because she don't never need to wear them again, ever.
Okay. Oh, and she really went in on them shorts, boy.
Ever.
Nubian, if anybody makes it from these couples, it's gonna be Donna and Vince. Okay, I think we all agree that they have the fighting chance. I respect Vince's honesty. His delivery, however, trash. I get you another round. Look,
Quay said, I'm ready to love but not ready to marry. I just want to. Listen, I didn't already told y'all what I want at this point in my life. I already told y'all what I want. I want somebody that can make me laugh, good conversation, somebody that we can go out. When I feel like going out, I don't always have to call Treese. When I feel like going out to have something to eat, I need somebody with a passport that likes to travel. And I need somebody with some good, nighttime action. That is it, and that is all. I don't need nothing else from no man. I don't want to be married. I don't want nobody. I really don't want nobody living in my space every day. We can play house a couple of nights a week. I can come over there. He can come over here. But I do not desire. And that's not to say that won't change. I might fall in love and may never want that nigga to leave my house. But right now, where I stand right now, I'm good with you coming over here a couple of nights. I'll come over there a couple of nights. You might have a toothbrush over here. I might have a pair of shoes over there. And when it's time to get on the flight, we catch a flight. We in the front of the plane. I need you to be able to travel like I travel. We don't sit in the back of the plane. We don't do that. We need to travel like I like to travel. You need to be able to travel like I like to travel. And that's it. And I'm not even saying I always got to be in first class. That ain't what I'm saying either. Although it is the desire.
Thank you, DeMarcus, for the $5 super sticker. We appreciate you. Brandon, she really isn't. But I think if you didn't know, really be like on a personal level, or like know where she's coming from, like where her heart is, I guess maybe I could see how somebody might take something she says
That's a
off.
nice way of her saying I'm an asshole. She said it real
No,
nice, but
no,
that's a
I
nice
don't
way of
trust
saying
him.
that.
I'm agreeing with Brandon. I don't, and again, I know you personally, and I've seen you interact with other people. That's why I'm saying. I guess if someone didn't know you and know your heart and like anything that you say and where you're coming from, like somebody random off the street or somebody randomly tuning into a live, I could see how they'd be like, "Oh, damn, why she said," or that was kind of or whatever. But it knowing you, you don't come off as an a-hole to me.
Vince must be getting ready to go. Thanks for dropping down, Vince. He said, enjoy your snowy Sunday, ladies. Thank you so much for dropping down. And look, let us know when you're ready to talk. We want to do an interview, bruh.
Yeah. You come back now, you hear? Okay.
Come back around here, you hear?
Okay. Ooh, Kim said Vince doesn't like being wrong. He has an issue with accountability. Damn.
I can agree with that.
Donna's ready for children, but Vince already has his children, so he has no timeline. Well,
I can agree with that.
That part.
There's no sense of urgency for him.
Oh, okay. DeMarcus got a question for you with the $2 super chat. Really be what you expect for Valentine's Day.
DeMarcus, I just told you I don't have no man. Why would I expect anything for Valentine's Day?
I hear you, Ray Bean.
Like, why would I expect anything? Ask Treese. She the one with a man. Why would you? Right there you go. Treese, he just asked you. Treese, tell him what you expect for Valentine's Day. I don't expect nothing. How about that?
So what I would like, I think I just need me like a real nice massage. I'm really not looking for.
You want a spa day?
Yeah, I just really want a spa day. Y'all, well, I'm not saying y'all forget, but y'all know my birthday is like less than a month after Valentine's Day. So really, I want him to pour everything into that. So Valentine's Day literally is just the day. So yeah, we might go get a massage or something. Couples massage.
Oh, y'all want to do a couples massage? That's cute.
Yeah, but outside of that, that's all I'm really expecting. And then I might make him dinner or something, but that's about it. Hey, Miss Bay Thing, I see you coming in here. All right, y'all. So let's move on. What's the next one? Ashanti and her parents. Okay. So Ashanti introduces Darius to her parents as well as Bello, and unfortunately, it don't seem like, or they seem like they like Darius because he's laying it on thick. That's what he does best. But and then of course when Bello comes, her mama got all the smoke for him because she asked about this baby. Where's the picture of them and the baby? And Bello. I must have not included him. Oh well. But anyway, so yeah. So basically they asking about the baby. And Bello was like, yeah, but like Really B said earlier, I don't really have a relationship with the mother. So what you want me to do? You know what I mean? I seen my baby. What he say twice?
I think he said 3 times when they were out on the date, and because the brother hasn't even met the baby yet.
Right, and the baby girl is 14 months. 14 months, I think the mama said. And so
that's not even an average of once a month. Like, come on, bro, 3 times. Right. Well, we can't even add the 14 months because, he said the baby's 14 months old. So you've seen your child 3 times in 14 months, and you think that's what co-parenting looks like? Yeah, okay.
No, what it was for me is when he tried to play in her mama face and was like, well, technically it's almost 2 years. Like, it made it sound better because he was like, technically it's 2 years because you spend 9 months pregnant. And I was like, you really need to shut up.
Right, that's what I said earlier. I was out of order, but that's what I was saying. I was like, really, bruh? Because now what you're doing is you're telling on yourself. Like, go sit down somewhere. Because that means that you weren't there. See, what you're doing now is you're telling on yourself because now you're letting us know you weren't. We know because he told us that he didn't know that the woman was pregnant. But now you're letting us know that you weren't there throughout the whole pregnancy and you haven't been there the majority of your child's life. 3 times in 14 months?
That baby don't even know what you look like.
That's crazy.
Another round, Ready to Love got foodie calls. I'm going to try. You sure are. And I don't mean that as disrespect. I know you love to travel. When I tune into you, usually you're always talking about where you want to go next. So you definitely are a travel call. I love that for you, though. Well, it's long, but it's new. Bello was just full of ish. Right. Thank you, Elite. They asked him his plans for the future, and he talked about his career, right? We mentioned that. He didn't mention Ashanti, love, or marriage. So that was her answer right there. I absolutely agree. He could have even at least brought up the books that they like. Like I was rooting for him to go in from because the one thing Darius couldn't do, he was like, "Oh, we love Jesus," and I notice he uses that. And not saying that he doesn't believe, but he leads with that, right? Oh, Max, this is what you're not gonna do. You are not gonna come up here and start shit today. I'm sorry.
Is that your neighbor's dog?
Yes.
Why is your neighbor's dog out in this snow?
Why is he at my door though? Like he's mine.
Like unless he's one of those like huskies or something that likes the snow, he need to be in the house.
No.
Come outside, pee, and take your ass back in the house, sir.
No, he out and he literally at the door trying to bully me to make.
That's why he's at the door. He cold, Trees.
Wait, you gonna let him in?
Yeah, because I was like,
let him in, boo. Let him in.
No, we need to go back home. He's only coming over to get a treat. I'm sorry, y'all. I did not expect this distraction.
He's coming over because he's cold, Trees. Let that dog in there.
Can you open the door?
He ain't gotta stay, but let him warm up.
I can't. Hey, Max. Okay, you can't. Can you give Max a treat, Jalen, so he can go back home? Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. So, I mean, unfortunately, this is more entertaining than the show. Oh, no. That's what you're not gonna come in here and do, Max.
Max is.
Look, I said it in a recap the other day. I said, now I see how people feel that don't have no kids. And then you bring your bad kids over and they be like, there's a reason I didn't sign up for this. I'm like, there's a reason why I don't have a dog of my own. Okay. Jesus.
Right. And then you need to go cuss your neighbor out because that's crazy.
Oh no, she's an older lady. So she
oh, okay. That's different. All right.
Yeah.
All right,
so she can't really walk around like that. So she gotta let him.
Okay. I respect it.
Yeah, but look, I done had yes, done inherit a whole dog. Look, even Ravino, Max is wild. Yes. He done came and interrupted so many lives. Now he upstairs. That's how well he knows my house. He's now went upstairs. Lord Jesus. So anyway, y'all, let's move on because we're about to get up out of here. So of course we see Ashanti. She decides that you know what, she don't want to be nobody's placeholder connection. She summons Bello and Darius and tells them,
baby, I loved how she called both of them.
Okay, she said, let's not waste no time. I don't need, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to do.
I loved how Bello's face was cracked because Bello just knew he was about to get the "I'll choose you." And when he saw Darius walk up, he was like, "What's going on here?" Right.
Look, Max is your dog. I think eventually he probably will be. Look, Quake said they were so confused. Right. Okay, go home. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, they were super confused. But again, she is the real MVP because she chose herself. And right, Miss Bay thing, it was my favorite scene.
And I think Bello must have known because Bello showed up in jeans and shit. Bello knew.
Right. It was.
I mean, not Bello. Darius.
It was the end of the. Oh, and he showed up with what was it? The German Shepherd with the scabs. Jaguar said it was the end of the show, so she couldn't self-eliminate at that point. But there were three men and 4 women. They needed a female to have gone and have things balanced and have 3 couples at the reunion. So do y'all really think she did this on her own, or somebody in production tapped her on the shoulder and said, girl, you need to go ahead and bow out gracefully? Because a part of me did feel like somebody came and tapped her on the shoulder. But what y'all think?
I think she did it on her own. Because I think she knew that, because I think she was just trying to make it to the end. I don't think she felt like she had any real connections with either one of those men.
Mm-hmm. I love, not the jacket looked like scraps from Roadkill. Y'all are terrible. Bello locked in with Dom early on the process. Darius is more into Ashley. She didn't choose herself. She just walked away before she got embarrassed when nobody picked her. Damn, Jaguar coming in hot. See, Golden said, I think they asked her to stick around. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see production asking her to stick around. I can see that.
Quake, oh, you feel like she got tapped on the shoulder, Quake? Okay. Quake said, I think she did it on her own and kind of alluded to that with her brother. All right. I think Ashanti realized a couple episodes ago. I think so too. I think she realized when they were on that retreat that, and then once Cardi left, there really was no connection. And I hope, and I really hope, and I'm sorry, and this may sound so mean, I really hope that her and Cardi are not trying to date. I feel like they're trying to allude to that in the preview for the reunion. And I hope they're not trying to date. I just don't think Cardi is a good fit for her or anybody right now. Like, I think he needs to figure something out. Outspoken, I chose me. Okay. She did it on her own. She did it on her own, in my opinion. She probably would have self-eliminated earlier. Okay. Okay. So then I think that it could also be true, Auntie Eva, that maybe they asked her to say. He still ain't cut that dang hair. Who are you talking about? See, Golden Bella?
You talking about that dude with the hair.
Oh, Cardi. Lauren should have realized that on the trip. Lauren should have also realized, right, instead of getting eliminated. Nori's notes, hey, boo, I appreciate her and her go-go boots. I love them go-go boots. I thought I was the only one that noticed it. Neither one of them should have been surprised. Right. Look, Cardi. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me go to the next one, which is Vince and Donna. Okay. Donna show up like she, about to get married in the woods. Okay. But so the one thing I will say in particular is see, this what you're not gonna do, man.
It sounded to me like Max said, but I am.
Right. He said and did. Bark. So basically, hold on, give me a minute, get my thought process back. Okay, so yeah, Donna looked like she about to get married in the woods, right? Now, one thing I did notice this particular finale, she was the only one I feel like that was dressed up. I feel like we normally see our girls, like when you think about, for instance, Sabrina, when she went up on the bridge and she had the nice flowy gown. I just feel like normally they show up in real nice gear, and this time it was giving go-go boots and club dresses, and like the one Ashley had on with the leopard print or whatever she had on, I was like, oh, okay, this is different.
And I hated Dominique's dress. I thought she just looked like a skank. I'm sorry, I didn't like it.
That's what I'm saying. It felt more club attire. Like Donna, I feel like is the only person that showed up in the finale how I feel like we've always seen them. And I mean, y'all can respectfully disagree, but who's playing today? DeMarcus, I didn't even know there was a game on. See, that's how I thought.
Trees, it's the championship game to see who go to the Super Bowl.
Oh, really? I thought we had already decided. That's how checked out I've been. Because
I need you to go. Get yourself together.
I know it ain't the Giants. I know it ain't the Commanders.
Oh, wait a minute. You didn't have to throw the Commanders in there just because you're Giants. She didn't have to do that.
Oh, Lord.
I have Seattle winning the whole thing, so I don't even know who else. I have Seattle winning today, and I have Seattle winning the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
It does look like a homecoming dress. It does.
Well, I would take a homecoming dress over the club dress.
No, I'm just reading somebody in the comments. I'm just saying it does look like a homecoming dress.
Look, Auntie said my dog is looking for your neighbor's dog. I know, my bad, y'all.
Look, now you got people's dog at home looking around like, what?
Mm-hmm. Quay, Donna with this ill-fitted dress, high ponytail, long ribbon. It looks childish. Damn, Quay. Give us some grace. I think she looked the best out of everybody. Thank you. I agree, Ravine. Oh, no. Pink Petal said her clothes are always ill-fitted. Y'all are so wrong. Miss Eve said the same thing. Chuck said Don was wearing hooker chic. Not hooker chic.
Hooker chic, though?
Kim said Dom's style is Sheen inspired. Y'all are terrible. Elise said Donna looked like she was going, okay, y'all I already read that. Ravine said it ain't the Jets. Look, it ain't the Jets, okay? Because it could be worse. You could be the Jets, okay? No shade, because I know you like your Jets. Quay said I didn't like any of the women's dresses at the end. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, some of y'all rooting for Seattle. Thank you, Quake. She didn't look that bad. Somebody. Oh, GC chair. Dom had Bello matching her like Brian Oh, about Brian Bottano about to hit the ice? What? And JC Chair said, the dress reminds me of those shorts. Brandon said, y'all is not nice. Right. You could see Dom's pasties. She's way too old for that. Y'all are terrible, okay? All right. So we know Vince and Donna choose each other. She's like, he's like, look, if we can work on your timeline or adjust your timeline, then I'm willing to work with you. And she's like, yeah, it's okay because I feel like we can get through it. But I will say, and I forgot who said it earlier. I think it was Jaguar, that I absolutely think, unfortunately, she feels how she feels, and she's saying that she's gonna go along with it, but eventually they're gonna get to a point where she's gonna want something more, and he may not be ready to take it further, and it may not end badly. She just may realize that she has to walk away because he's not where she is.
Now I disagree.
Oh, okay.
So here's the thing. When Donna was talking to her family and said that for the first time she put love on her vision board, I think that because this is the first time she has decided to focus on love, I think Donna set a timeline the same way she sets a timeline for her other goals. I'm going to have my PhD by this age. I'm going to do this by this time. I'm going to do this by that time. And if this is the first time you have ever really put love as a priority, I can see her being more open to adjusting that priority if she is finding something that she's interested in seeing how it works out. Because it's easy to set a timeline on something concrete like a graduation date, like I'm going to change jobs by, like I'm going to save a certain amount of money in my bank account. But when you start talking about love is fluid. So I think she is open to adjusting her timeline, but I think that she set a timeline and she set a goal for herself because that's how she works. That's how she's very regimented. I feel like she's one of those people that has a date and then she works towards that goal. But I also think she's open to adjusting it. So I don't think she's selling herself short by being willing to adjust. That's my opinion.
Okay. I'm not saying it's wrong. I can agree. Two things can be true at the same time. My favorite thing to say. So Elite said, I really didn't like Ashley's look for the end. I can agree. Ebby said, I just came to say Ebby, you are so funny. You always chime in. Ebby said, I'm so glad this dumpster fire of a season is over so we can forget we ever met these people. Don't do that. I
think this season was better than Philadelphia.
I was going to say, honestly, cast-wise, even though I don't think that there were any real connections on this show, I can absolutely say I enjoyed the people.
Yeah, I like the people better than I like, because I ain't like none of them Philadelphia people.
Kim, why you keep going back to Vince's hips? I saw you say something about that earlier.
What's wrong with his hips?
I don't know. I think his hips are fine. And I know I've seen men with like wide hips. So I'm like, I don't think and maybe because of how the picture that I have. So maybe if I look at him from a different angle, but I don't think his hips are bad. Dom just wants to put on anything she thinks is sexy. I like Donna too, and Ashanti's outfits, right?
He never said he didn't want kids or marriage. I didn't take away that from what Vince said. I took away that that's not a priority for him, and if he doesn't get those things, he's okay. But I didn't get that he doesn't want them. I don't think that the absence of urgency to have something means that you don't want it.
Mm-hmm. JC Chair said, I watched Vince's interview and it was interesting. His love of children and his community, him being a former cop, fits how he presents. Oh, I didn't know he was a former. That would make a lot of sense. Quake said, I think she should have kept her goals to herself. Not all men can handle that. Okay.
I can agree with that too.
I enjoyed the season until maybe the end, but this was a much better season. Agreed, Quake.
Agreed.
I think Donna may be wasting her precious time on someone who told her how he felt. Okay. And I guess that's when you were addressing the kids and marriage comment. Detroit is one of the best ready to loves. Okay. Thank you, Ravine. It's been better than what we've seen in a while. Not the childbearing hips, GC Chair. Ebby said, oh, okay. You're just laughing at it. Okay. Because I was like, I don't see it. What did Ashley wear again? Was it that leopard cat suit and a Darius? Yes. And a Darius fur collar. Right. Speaking of them, let's go ahead and get into that because I don't understand the way this girl was broken up and crying and breaking down. Why are you still saying yes?
I was so confused.
Excuse him. I was so confused. I said,
I
if
was
you,
so confused by this whole situation.
I said, if you are that broken down, hey JB, it what
What
it
up,
was.
JB Boo?
She goes and he gives his whole speech, and I don't really even give a damn about what he said. She expresses her concerns, and she was like, I want to be basically loved for who I am, and not made to feel like everything I do is wrong or I'm being corrected, and trying like somebody's trying to mold me. And then she started, I've done all this work and spiritual warfare classes and all this other stuff, and she just started crying. And she was like, I just don't want to make the wrong decision, and I don't want to feel like I'm not enough. And only for him to be like, yeah, I won't do that. And so then she's like, okay, I'll let my guard down and chooses. And I was like, what the this bother me so bad? Look, Chuck says she desperate.
Not he dressed like a pimp.
He is. She is wearing a dress, but I don't. This to me gives it. Don't give homecoming, Tiffany. It don't give. I'm not used to seeing
That
this.
give we going to Della Noche's. Bella
Right,
Noche's, I mean.
right.
That's what that dress is giving. That dress is giving. We had it to Bella Noche's.
Okay. She should have said no, but I think production was encouraging her to say yes. Okay, that's what you think's quick. Ashley, you're too young for this much confusion, right? What in the fight night outfit?
Now they look like Clarissa and Papoose.
Okay, that's what it's giving. And that look, and not her acting like Clarissa. GC, I'm sorry. How long I've been saying GC chair. She needs to go back into therapy because it's clearly not working. Nubian said Ashley made me feel like the producers talked her into saying yes. Okay, so y'all all think this was production. She listed everything that was wrong and then chose him. What the hell? Right. Right. How did that make sense? Abby said, why is he dressed like Pimp Lucius? We don't know, baby. Because, it really, honestly, I ain't even going to hold you. I wouldn't have even minded, and I know y'all going to hate when I say this. I wouldn't have even minded Dom and Darius being together just because of their style to see how they would have came together. But that's just me. Auntie even said, I was confused too. It was like a hookah who tried to run away. No, it was like a hooker who tried to run away and gave in. She knew he was the wrong decision too, right? She said she doesn't want to make the wrong decision just to make the wrong decision, right? It made no sense. Bello definitely got some childbearing hips. Now that I did see, Ravine. She said wrong decision again. Another round said this is a result of not eating before making a big decision. You think she just wanted to go out to dinner afterwards? Another round. That is totally fight night. Y'all are funny. It must be slim pickings in the D. Shit, slim pickings everywhere. Kim said that bonus for being a couple was gonna get her car out the shop. Y'all are. I'm done with y'all. Elise said Darius encouraged her to say yes in that moment. Okay. Abby, ma'am, need to go back and revisit them classes because where is your discernment, daughter? All right. B. Spencer, that's how Frank Lucas got caught up, okay? And that fight, you're damn right. That fight night, absolutely right. Jaguar said Darius is probably going to get caught up as well from what I hear. Ooh.
Child, why my school district ain't made no announcement yet? I know you fucking lying.
Ooh. They better do something because look, again, I know whose child ain't going to school tomorrow.
They already told us tomorrow was supposed to be a half a day. They already told us that it's going to be a teacher work day if they close. So they're technically not closing schools, but they are. But that way we don't have to make up a half a day. Because again, I can respect because they're not going to say, oh, you only have to make up a half a day. They're going to say we got to make up a whole day. So if they make tomorrow a teacher work day, technically a teacher work day, grades were due anyway. They just going to send us an email saying work on your grades.
Got you.
But they have to, but they do end up having to extend, but contractually they're gonna have to extend the when grades are due. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm sorry.
No, you good. Elite Leo said, Ashley, you're not about to get married. Why are you crying? So it's funny that you say that, Elite, because I actually was like, when I saw this scene, I was like, girl, you acting like he proposing to you or something. But even still, even if this was a proposal, the fact that you're up here literally breaking down, crying, and not wanting to make the wrong decision still means you should have said no.
And my thing is, I mean, taking the show aspect out of this, taking the fact that Darius got some shit with him too. If I were Darius, that would be a red flag. I'd be like, you know what? I don't even mean it no more. You good.
Right.
Like, I'm good. I'm good. Because that's crazy. It shouldn't be this hard to agree to date me. Because that's literally all y'all are agreeing to do. It shouldn't be this complicated to say, yes, we are going to date.
Damn, like, that's a very good point. I didn't even think about it like that, really, but that's absolutely what it is. We're just deciding to date each other. It shouldn't be this hard. So Quake said Dom and Darius are the same person, which is why they stayed away from each other. I could see that. Fair, I can't with you, but she absolutely does. She looks like Pebbles Flintstone. Jaguar says she posted something on the internet and then deleted it. The internet is forever, and someone posted it. She and Darius aren't together. I mean, I can't say we're surprised.
I was going to say, who did she think that was going to shock?
Right. She is the foodie call. I know, right. She was just waiting for that meal. Miss Edith, Darius and Dom could have been more age appropriate and fashion sense. Okay. Bello has the hips and lunch lady arms. Y'all are terrible. Dr. Do It Yourself. She picked a whole pimp. Yeah, you know they've been closed school for tomorrow. Okay, Abby.
Well, it's in North Carolina. They're gonna be closed till next Monday.
Okay, because North Carolina don't play. Steve Golden said, "I'm sorry, I got so distracted by the high school girl hairdos. I can't with y'all. I can't." Oh, Kim, very good question. Do you think they've done the do?
Yeah.
For her to be breaking down like that, I would assume so.
And for her to have been so upset when they got into that argument.
Mm-hmm. Darius, go back to Nicole. Oh, I was thinking about. I said Nicole got voted off a long time ago. I had to think about who the hell you was talking about, Chuck. Ebby said her backup roster was empty for her to say yes. Clearly, or back to another rounds point, her dinner menu, you know what I mean, it's looking a little empty for the next week. So she had to, make sure she put him. But he gives me the vibe that he want her to cook. And she already said she ain't doing that. She want to be fed, okay? Outspoken said, frankly, after Vince and Donna, I was just waiting for PJ Morton to sing the extended theme song. Sigh. Ray Bean, they did the do and the don't. Y'all. Look, Quake said, I don't even remember Nicole. Look, Quake, clearly we were talking about a whole different Nicole, and I didn't even know. For her old balance sake, I hope not. Y'all are terrible. Dom and Bello did the do too. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There's a reason.
The way Dom was throwing people's luggage out of that room, child.
All right, let's get into it. Final scene, okay?
Boo.
They on the rooftop. He gives her a bouquet of roses. He said, I choose you. And she said, well, I've chose you from day one. And I said, okay, woo. And then we know by the reunion, they're not together. So, I mean, anything else to add to that, really be?
Because I was over them weeks ago, child.
Okay. Me as well. Again, y'all, I'm ready to jump into the reunion next week, see an update on what everybody's doing and basically how they fell apart, because clearly she let us know that she got a story for us.
Where did we go wrong?
Boo, boo, tomato, tomato. Thank you, Ravine. The win exposing Dom's 5-head was funny. JB, I swear I thought I was the only one to notice that. I said, girl, you ain't have some clips in place or something, because when that win was blown, I said, oh, you do got a big forehead. And I ain't never noticed that till that win hit that, took that bang out the way. Now look at you on the reunion clowning, okay? Dom did all that mean girl to Lauren just for her to get played by Bello. And I'm sure Lauren gonna say something about it. All right.
Because baby, Karma is a bald-headed bitch.
Not a bald-headed bitch. Not a bald-headed. Do you think it's gonna be a 2-part reunion? Probably.
Well, they didn't do it for Philadelphia, so I don't know.
That's true. But honestly, did we really want a 2-part with Philly? We just wanted it to be over. we weren't even looking forward to the reunion. So I was okay with that. But for this one, I could see how they could stretch it out to two. Dom said, God whispered in my ear that you're my man. How her daddy feel about that? Y'all are funny. Bella was in lust and Dominique thought she could snag him with her feminine wiles. I agree, Miss Eda. I just hope Donna is vindicated about her opinion, a correct one about Darius. Okay, outspoken. I hope she is as well. And an RIP acknowledgement for Richie at the end of the reunion. Right. Because we do see that he was at the reunion at the time of taping. So I guess when he passed, it was after that. Not and Dom's outfit showing off those majorette thighs. Y'all are so funny. Dom is such a liar. He met my father and he loves him. Y'all are terrible. Jaguar said, I thought there would be at least two women crashing out at the reunion. I'm upping it to three. That thing is going to make up for the whole weak ass season. Yes, the reunion is two parts from the episode list. I figured because they usually don't do odd numbers. So once I saw that we were ending on 12, I said, oh, they're going to stop at 14. But yeah, y'all, that was pretty much it for the Ready to Love finale. I appreciate y'all being up here with us. Really, B, what you got going on your channel today or the
Well,
rest of the week while you snowed in?
yeah, I'm about to say, y'all gonna get some stuff today. Y'all know y'all gonna get Potomac tonight. I think we're gonna try to do traders at some point today. I do not know the time. I apologize. I don't know the time right now. I do owe y'all Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Don't know if you're gonna get it today or tomorrow. I'm right now about to do my grade, so it's gonna depend. And I'm kind of just in lazy mode because I'm enjoying just the laziness of it. So,
I
but
agree
you
with
guys will get y'all will get Potomac and maybe traders today, probably traders today.
you. All right, and over here on Shade in the City, I know I still owe y'all Beyond the Gates. I ain't forgot about y'all. I just need to get it edited and up, but I'm in really bees mode right now, and I kind of been that way the whole weekend. I just been chilling, getting ready to lay around my house, cleaning up my house so I can lay around my house. And now that it's all nice and clean, I just want to lay. But I'm gonna get myself up and get myself together. I actually already and I almost forgot. I missed a whole week of Potomac, y'all. My bad. I forgot about the whole damn last week, so I owe that to y'all. I'll get that to y'all today. If y'all do me a favor, just go ahead. Even if you don't watch it, just go hit the like button on the joint, okay? Because I know I'm a week late. But I'll get it out to you before the episode comes on tonight. And then yeah.
Yeah, Jaguar. I'm sorry for the confusion last time, Boo. I'll get it to you though.
Look, okay, yeah, Jaguar do like your trader stuff. And so yeah, y'all, that's what's really going on. Just chilling, y'all. Make sure y'all stay safe. Have your notification bells on so you know when we dropping content. And yeah, hit that like button before you head up out of here. Make sure you comment. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already to whatever channel you watching from. And then yeah, like I said, have your notification bells on so you know when we're going live and all that stuff. And y'all have a happy Sunday fun day. And yeah, we'll catch y'all next week for the reunion part 1, I guess. Bye-bye.
Bye.